Hello, I'm going to demonstrate doing a minimal install of Ubuntu 18.04 beta. This is going to be released as a long-term support version within a couple of weeks. Today's Friday the 13th, and and it's going to be released in a couple of weeks. So, here's the demonstration. I'm going to use Oracle VirtualBox. The desktop that I'm using right now is Ubuntu 17.10. You can see the aardvark on the background. The problem with the GNOME is nice that Ubuntu has switched to, but the problem with GNOME is that it's a memory hog. Of course, I have a recording, and I have a couple file synchronizers. So we look at that, and we have there's a synchronizer there, but that's only 30 megabytes. Dropbox another, so we're up to 120 megabytes, which is only 0.1 gigabyte of memory. Then Vaco screen, that's 20, so we're up to about 0.15 out of 1.9 being used for other stuff. I'm usually running about 1.6 gigabytes of memory with nothing open after a reboot. 1.5, 1.6, sometimes more. And if you look at the processes again, a lot of it is just bloat. Evolution, I don't use Evolution. I have Thunderbird up here. But it's still running all the time. So that's the reason why you would want a minimal install, to get rid of some of this extra stuff that uses up resources. And don't get me wrong, GNOME is a nice operating system, not operating system, it's a nice desktop environment. And Ubuntu is a nice operating system, but it could be better. So we've seen enough of that, and we'll take a look at this. I've been experimenting with the different betas for Ubuntu 18.04 because I haven't decided yet which environment I'm going to use and setup I'm going to use. Okay, so we have the virtual machine set up. I found a disk so that I could install the beta of Ubuntu 18.04, and we'll just start it up. So we'll let it load. Loading. It's loading directly from the DVD drive. Okay, so it has finally loaded from the CD, or DVD actually. It takes a while because it's a DVD and it's slower connection. That way it's faster when you install from a image on the computer itself. So we'll do our language in this video is English, and we'll install Ubuntu. And the standards, or the typical options, default options, are what works for me. If you have a unique or a different keyboard than usual, then you would use a different setup. We'll do a minimal installation, and we'll do restricted or third-party software, so we could have MP3s and other media. And we'll turn this off because we're just doing a demonstration. Normally you might or might not want the updates to be downloaded while you're installing. And if this is where, if you already have Windows or another Ubuntu, you want to do a dual boot, then this is a screen where you would set it up, but in this case it's a virtual machine that with nothing else on it, so we'll just do that option. And then we'll wait. It's going to ask for something in a little while. Okay, so now we have where we set up the time zone, and it guessed where I'm at close enough. Chicago Central Time Zone. I'm not in Chicago though. And then we'll say, we'll just give my name, and we'll put a password in there. This is going to be what in Linux is a sudo user. Ubuntu has root disabled, so you get temporary admin privileges, root privileges actually, and when you use sudo, basically it allows you to install stuff temporarily if you give the password. Okay, so after about half an hour, it's finally finished installing. It needs to restart, so we'll restart the virtual machine. Okay, so we've installed the system, and now we'll start it back up. Okay, this is the login screen, so we'll check this out. Here we go. Everything's logged in. My face is blocking this is how you turn it off. This is where you check the settings. And we'll look at what's available in here. These are the applications that come with the minimal installation. And we'll check the system launcher, see how much memory it's using and what's being used. If you look here, Evolution, installed Evolution, and it's 1 gigabyte of memory. It could be better than that. The other way to get even more basic installation is to install the server, and then install Xorg, and then GNOME 3, and then the GDM3 for the display manager. But this is still half gigabyte better than the regular installation. It just doesn't come with all the apps that full installation would have, but you could either look for new apps through this, and well, thank you for watching, and this is what you get with the minimal installation. Bye.